Hi, I'm Brian. I'm building this 38-foot sailboat. In this episode, we get the first 4 planks on both sides from the bow to the stern. It's a challenging episode as I had a number of mechanical failures and a little bit of thinking required as my first plan for installing the planks didn't work as I thought it would. So I have my next bunch of hull material here, all cut to width. I have to put scarves on it because they are running from the front to the back and I want to scarf them together rather than using a butt joint. So to do that, I've got a template here which I've marked and cut off of one of the pieces, and I'm just placing it on here and tracing that out so I can take my skill saw, quickly cut a scarf roughly, then I'll take it over to my jig and clean it all up so it's nice and pretty. So I was routing the half round for my planks, and my router here started to make a funny noise. I think it's gone. So with that router out of production, I grabbed another router that I had. And unfortunately, this one isn't powerful enough either. It just keeps on cutting out. So I ended up having to go get another router, more powerful. We'll get to putting that one on now. Well, we put a couple of rows on here, but I wasn't happy with the way these scarves were going, trying to bend and clamp them on the boat, so decided to tackle it another way. So I got the legs and the base cut up for making up 12 sawhorses, and what I'll do is I'll glue up a bunch of runs, making them the full length, and clamp them, glue and clamp them all together so that they'll be nice and straight, and then easier hopefully to fit into the groove and make those scarves really good. There we go, 12 benches all assembled, ready to go, and should serve the purpose. Well, after the less than successful attempt at applying a couple of rolls of hull planking to the frames, I had to stop and give a good think and figure out how to do it another way. So I think I've come up with it, and we're going to be making clamps, clamping the planks together and applying them as one full long run, which should enable us to manage them easier, believe it or not, for being long pieces. So I've got my material laid out for 3 runs on one side and 1 run on the other, just to bring them all up to the same point. And as we wander back here, what I basically have is pieces of OSB with the mold there and a piece there. Going to wrap plastic in there, drop the seam in there, epoxy it up, and then I'm going to bolt these together. So there we have it, all glued and clamped up, the 4 runs. I did a little bit of wrong math and I ended up with an extra 4 pieces, so I could do a 5th run, and we're contemplating, and I think it would actually work good, to actually have another piece in there, which would make it a little bit harder to fasten together, but I think in the long run that would give us 10 planks every time we glued up. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, share, like, and feel free to leave a comment. We'll catch you in the next one.